do that, please.
All right, quiet please, let's get going here. Questions on the homework. Questions on the homework. Questions on the homework. Nothing? All right. Hey, girls, stop. Yes? All right, let's take a look at number 11. Kai says the answer is 134. It looks like a percent symbol, but I know it can't be. All right. I think it was trying to write meters squared. All right, so let's see. We got a cone. And we're given a diameter. The diameter is 8 meters, and the height is also 8 meters. All right, well, that makes it easy. We can't screw it up, or can we? Sure can. If you throw an 8 as your radius, you're messing up. So we have to put 4. So the formula, step 1, remember, it's 3. Well, technically it's 4 steps. Step 1, identify the shape. Step 2 is you write the base formula. So if you want to write it calculator friendly, then it's pi r squared h divided by 3. Step 2 is you plug in the numbers. Pi is pi. The radius is not 8, it's
8. Oh no, not 8. It's 4.
4 squared. The height is 8. And all divided by 3. Plug that into your calculator, and whatever you get, that's the answer. What was your question on then? All right. Hey, I'm going to give you an estimation. Watch this. You ready? This is not the answer. This is an estimation. Pi is awfully close to. Well, then I got 3 over 3. It cancels. It's not 100% accurate, but it's close enough. So if I were taking a multiple choice test, or if you tell me what your answer is, I can tell, well, that sounds reasonable. Pi is not 3, but it's close. 4 squared is
16.
16 times 8 is
128.
128. What was your answer?
133.
That's close to 128. I would say that's reasonable. Is it right? Don't know until I do the math. But I do know if you said, is it close to 128? I'd say, yeah. Obviously, it's going to be more than 128. So if you'd said less than 128, I would know it was wrong. But a little bit more than 128, yep, that's probably right. It's really hard to do that much math. You had got 133. When it goes wrong because the general mistake there would have been 8 squared, which would be 64. 64 times 8 is a lot bigger than 128. All right, any other questions? What did you get as the answer? What did you have an answer written there?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
1, 3, 4, 5.
You got 134, so that sounds reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I'm going to collect that. I will grade it. I need to see how everyone's doing. Hey. Not that Preston is probably the only one that, except for one that he left blank, the easiest one of the, no, it's not the easiest one. 1/2 base times height times height. You have to have it written down. But he has the minimum of what I would expect. So he wrote the formula, he plugged in the numbers, and then he has an answer, and the units are cubed, right? So this is the minimum. I'm not saying that there should be a maximum, but this is what I got to see. On all tests, right? And we don't have a quiz, but on all tests, I've got to see those 3 things. It is a calculator test, right? I don't need to see the individual steps using your calculator, but I do need to see that you've identified the shape, you plug in the right values, and then you get to the right answer. I have to, because you're staying right here. Yeah. If you just have the answers next to it, I don't care that it's right. You haven't done those 3 things. You still have time to get into the habit. Right? I'm still collecting homework. You're still getting, Jenna, credit for your homework. But your homework needs to look like that. Okay? So let's get it right so that we don't get to testing like, what? You wanted me to write the formula? I didn't hear that. I've been saying it the whole time. 3 steps. Right? The formula, plug in the numbers, get to an answer. It's really 4 because you got to identify the shape first. The only thing I got for today is simply we're taking a pause before we get to the ugliest formulas of the ugliest, surface area. Surface areas are ugly. I mean, they are ugly formulas. So we're gonna take a pause and we're gonna review volume. All right, what was the first shape we had?
Rectangle.
Rectangular prism, right? And it can be a square prism as well too, but a rectangular prism, this one right here, rectangular prism, what's the formula?
Base times
Base
height.
times height times height.
Length times width times height. Rectangular prism, length times width times height. Done. What was the next shape?
Triangle.
Then we didn't have a triangle
Triangular prism.
before that.
Why? Oh.
No, I'm sorry. No, you were right. I was wrong. Triangular prism. All right. Yes, I have to do it for the 61st time is hold up the pyramid with the triangular prism. This is a prism. The sides are rectangles. This is a pyramid. I put these like this, and only because of the way it looks when you're drawn in two, it doesn't look, they don't look anything alike like this. But when I draw this in 2 dimensions, this prism, triangular prism, for some people looks like this. You can kind of see it as I hold it like this. Hey, look, I got a triangle, I got a triangle. But if you look at it more carefully, you see that this has 3 rectangles. There's no rectangles, nothing but triangles. Unless it's a square pyramid. It's going to have a square at the bottom or a rectangle. All right, so we dealt with triangular prisms. You get 2 triangles, right? The 2 triangles are parallel to each other. That's why the formula, Brecton, is, this is the one you had blank. What's the formula of this yellow piece, the triangle? 1/2 base times height times the distance between the 2 triangles. That's the height of the prism. If I hold it like this, it makes sense. Yeah, that's how tall the prism is. If I turn it this way, it's not how tall it is, it's how far it is between the 2 triangles. That's the perpendicular distance between triangle 1 and triangle 2. So the total formula is, well, area of the triangle, 1/2 base times height, times the distance between the 2 triangles, that's another height of the prism. So 1/2 base times height times height. So one of the height is the height of the triangle, the other one is the height of the prism. All right. Third shape, sorry.
Triangle prism. No, pyramid.
Pyramid. All right. Pyramids come in.
No, we have cylinders before pyramid.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right, because this is BH. So we had cylinders next. Cylinders are, it's not a prism, but you still have the same thing. You have 2 things that are parallel, 2 circles, and something in between. Now notice, it's not made up of rectangles. That's why it's not a prism. It's made up of a curved surface, so lateral surface right here. So formula, cylinders,
Pi r squared times pi.
r squared h. The only way I can mess with you is if I give you a diameter. All right. 4th one is, now we're at pyramid. Okay, pyramid. I don't have my cube there, but you saw the video where he took 3 of these, folded them together, and it makes a cube. Okay, so it's the cube divided by 3, and that's this formula. It's both. Yeah, I showed you 2 videos. Yes.
Wasn't it? It wasn't a. It was a cylinder, not a cube.
I showed you 2 videos, right? The first time when I showed you pyramids, the guy had them, they were folded, and he folded them together and they made a cube.
Yeah.
So it's the cube divided by 3. Well, cube is length times width times height. So it's length times width times height divided by 3, as long as the base is a rectangle. However, if it's a triangle, this is the ugliest one that we have for volume. This is the 1/6 base times height times height. Oh, this one's ugly. Triangular pyramids are 1/6 base of the triangle times height of the triangle times height of the pyramid. If it's a rectangular pyramid, life is good. Length times width times height divided by 3. This gives you pain. This one's not too bad. Okay. The last shape we had was the cone. The cone was the one that you said, oh, 3 of these make a cylinder. If a cylinder is pi r squared times h, there's 3 of these that make one of those. So it's pi r squared h, a cylinder divided by 3. There's all of our formulas. What? so you can fill this full of things, right? So the video, that's what he was doing. He
Yeah,
filled
you
it
take
for and
out
then
the
he
thing.
pours it out. So typically they put sand in these things, but I've never done it with liquid. It just makes a big mess, so I don't ever do that. But if I were to take this, I could pour 3 of these into there and it would fill this completely up. I'm not doing that. All right. So only thing left in class, which is about 30 minutes, is I'm going to give you a worksheet and it's got everything. It's your last chance to put this all together in your head, to ask questions if you're lost, right? It's not a chance to sit there and talk to your neighbor. It's not a chance for Jaden to turn around 62 times and for me to say 63 times, Jaden turn around, right? It's not a chance for me to say, I don't know, whoever else I could pick on, Smalley, get to work, right? It's a chance for you. Oh yeah, absolutely. Aiden's one of the primary. Aiden and Caden, right, are turning into problem children as well. But it is a chance for you to get this straight in your head. Jaden, turn around.
Literally, I was giving her her pen back.
You don't need to ever turn around in class.
I was giving her her pen back.
She's perfectly capable of getting her pen. All right. Larger issue there, though, is that if you're not doing the work and you're not checking, I'm going to give you a worksheet that has all the answers on it, right? And you have no idea if you're doing it right or wrong. You're just getting the answers, okay? Let's make sure that we have this totally. So I'm just going to say that when we get to surface area is when I start losing some kids because the formulas are really bad, and then they start confusing them with volume, right? They're completely different formulas. We're going to be calculating, what is the surface area of a cone, right? Really weird, different formula. And it can be confused with pi r squared h divided by 3. What?
The only ones that are gonna be difficult with that.
What's the formula? Surface area.
No. The only ones that are gonna be difficult with surface area, I think personally, is gonna be the cones.
What's the
and
formula?
the cylinder. I don't know.
Okay.
How do you know what?
Yeah.
Difficult.
Because
Cones are, it's not difficult, but it is a complex. Surface area is more, it takes more to calculate surface area than it does for volume. Surface area is a harder on some shapes. Rectangular prism, not bad. But cylinders, triangular pyramids, oh man, it's a lot of work. We will not be doing triangle pyramids for surface area. All right, that's enough of me talking. Online learners, anybody online?
Yep.
Hey, Donovan, I'm gonna leave normally I would stop the video. I'm gonna leave the video going, so I want you to do the worksheet. If you have any questions on any of the problems, I'll do the same thing for the kids in class. Like, I don't know how to do number whatever, then we will work through it in class. You're included in that as well, too.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how to work it.
Not there, so it's gonna be over here.
This man just got cut off. Oh, print it
All right, put all these back on the bookshelf.
Not work. I hate.
All right, Lucia's coming around to pass those out.
I don't have a worksheet.
It's online.
On
Thank you.
the chapter mini review,
You got it.
there's nothing to copy or print.
Well, let me check. I'm doing something right now.
I'm so fast. Is that actually working? There you go. Oh.
You were right, Donovan. I'm attaching it right
I
now.
know I am.
All right, Donovan, check it again. It's called volume review. if you have anything missing, let's see. You have last night's homework, the one that you turned in yesterday. 9-6A. That's the only thing that's missing.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Donovan.
Yeah, go see if it's in my locker.
Yeah. 9. It was a worksheet, David. Thank you. All right, let's make sure we're working. Remember, there are at least 3 steps. Identify the, well, it's 4 steps. You identify 6. Write the basic formula, plug in the numbers, do the calculation, and then 5th step, flip it over, check your work. Landon, back here, please.
It works better.
Doesn't matter. I want you right here. And I don't believe you work better from there.
But when
I believe you just bother different people from there is what really is going on.
He bothers us from sitting right here.
Agreed.
Like you're just talking, he'll look around, he'll be like, yeah, it's weird.
He's his own island. Yeah, like Kai is his own island.
You know, if you just did your work, then
I do my work.
yeah, but do it without bothering people.
I was just getting my receipts right now. Over there? Yeah, over there. I'm not sure. When I said we're neuroscience or like that day, I worked so well. Because
It's a Camaro sitting there.
wait, well, nine. What's the weather?
Triangular pyramid.
What do you want, color?
On 1/3, 1/3, which is 1/6. 1/6.
I don't
On
like
the base of the triangle, times height of the triangle, times height of the prism.
How do you do numbers?
And the 1/6 comes from the fact that it's 1/2 times 1/3. Yeah.
He's
That's right, there you go.
oh yeah.
Yeah, divide by 6. You got it right.
I remember 4th grade, my teacher would always be like, you need your own islands. You're not going to be with others.
So nothing's changed since 4th grade.
A lot has changed since 4th grade. I'm not, I don't worry. Actually,
From today. All right, Landon's coming around with a basket to grab all your homework.
yeah.
And say again, Kai. Oh, you got him?
It's right there.
Take your box, you got this?
Not that one. That is the one.
This is the only way with this one divided by 6. This is one divided by 3. And you'll mix those two up. This is the one you divide by 6. This is the one you divide by 3.
Oh, I'm like a boss.
So 60 squares. 1 square goes to the triangle, 1 square goes to the pyramid, each square goes to the triangle. So that touches the base of the height. So 8 and nope. So the base of height. Then the height of the pyramid would be the other square. So like, length or width on this. That would be the height of how tall the pyramid is. How tall the pyramid is. Look at the shape. Look at the shape. So here's a still paper right out, but not everyone else.
Wow.
Only one shape at a time.
Like, as.
Smaller.
We could do the baby trap.
Smaller.
Dude, do you know what Aztec is? Yeah. Racing, please. We can race it together,
Smaller,
bro.
take some pic.
Yeah. Alright, I'll see you on Saturday. No, it's my homework. I did that back. For a second. Please. Here,
Uh-huh.
never mind, I got it. Stole it. I can't even see this. Read. I don't know if you agree, but when you know word, 360 yards. You could use that. How many have you got correct so far?
What is it? What is the shape? Personal opinion.
So,
You got that. So
have you
triangle
ever
prism
gone
is
to
one
Wood
half
Black Forest Racing?
base of the triangle times height of the triangle times height of the
Wait, so
prism. So for me,
No, no,
I
it's-
just want you to look at just the triangle. See the triangle?
volume equals 1
Look
third.
at just the triangle. Cover everything else but the
Okay,
triangle.
do you have a resource
Yeah.
card?
So what's the base and height of that triangle?
Okay.
Are there
Here's what I'm
numbers
gonna
there?
do.
There's no
I'm gonna
number
grab
there.
a giant.
So you have to look at the triangle that's underneath of that triangle.
And we're gonna take all of
Yeah,
these
so what would be that piece on the
just
triangle
copy
underneath?
down first thing. And then you don't have to.
Yeah, you said I need to find this piece right here, which I agree.
Okay, but then how do
There's
you
no
get
number
all
here.
these?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, look at that, because there's another
Okay.
triangle underneath.
Okay.
So there's your base.
So we got three.
How long is it,
Why
how
are you
long
gonna
is
do
this
during
piece right here?
A? Or do you just do it nice?
There's no number there, so you gotta look underneath it, the base. So in fact, look at the bottom triangle. Now, how far is it, to my eyeball, it looks like the two triangles are apart. How far is it between the two? So, I know all the numbers. And remember, it's one half.
So then how do we need to keep it in a? Honestly, if I go to this test without resource card, I'm not beating it.
That one's.
Maybe this is my challenge, just don't go to the test without resource card.
So your eyeball really will cause problems. So for me. Whether that's your top, bottom, left, right, how long is this?
So we got 1, 4, 7, 8.
Okay, and then, yeah, the prism is the distance between the two things. How far is it? But for those of you, your eyes get really big problems.
Mr. Charnier.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a good idea to go to the test without resource card?
Yeah, for you, absolutely, guaranteed. You'll get that E letter grade. No, you'll get the M letter grade.
What's the M letter?
It's what? H-I-J-K-L. It's 7 times worse than L.
That's good.
Yeah. That's the formula for this one. It's divided by. I don't have any tissues. I'm out of tissues. You go to the bathroom,
Mr. Charnier, can I copy this for
You copy this from Kai? Why does it need to be copied? That's good to me. Oh, that's yours. Oh, right. I thought this was Kai's. You were like, can I do this for him?
Okay.
This is his.
Yeah, I'm just using it.
You better have one for yourself.
So can I print it?
It's up to you guys to decide. All right. So if it turns out terrible, you see the triangle on the bottom? What's the base and the height of just that triangle? You see those squares? Those squares touch the base and the height. 6 and what's the other side to touch? Let's see that square. There you go. It's 6 and 8. 6 and 10. Now you'll get it up.
No, so it's depends on what.
Remember, I said you can have 2 sheets of paper for this one, so.
Oh, there you go.
I can make one without like this in a second. Sure.
I like these ones.
Come see me during student advisement. I'll print one out for you. You getting that? Gentlemen, you getting it right? You have a good habit of getting some hard math correct. A lot of times on the test and quizzes.
There we go. No, there's so many, dude. I can't remember.
And I think it's attention to detail. Right?
So this one I got.
Which one?
I did.
What's the shape?
But,
R squared H.
I know, but.
They use the pi cube, so. Okay, so you should get exactly what they get.
But I got.
Show me. Well, they probably, yeah, but if you round that, the 9 would turn into 1. You can make your calculator round this morning. You see this fix button? Don't do this, but I'm just going to show you this. Hit second, fix. It says how many digits you want to round to. So if we want to round to the nearest 10th, that would be 1 decimal place. Now it will round to the nearest 10th. But you'll forget that it's on fix.
And then you go to like another
So
shape.
F stands for float. That means give me all the decimals.
Can I bet on this so I get A plus?
What?
Can I bet that I get A plus?
I'm tired of you losing bets.
What is this? I haven't done a bet for like a year. What is this? Yeah, I don't think college done a bet at all. 1/2 base of the triangle, height of the triangle. So I mean,
That's right. So your number is going to be slightly smaller.
oh, yes, stupid. So smart. Negative 2. What's in it? You just gotta look at it.
What?
Like, look at the top of it.
So it's hard to see, but the 2 triangles are on top of each other, yeah? So the distance between the 2 triangles, that's the height of the prism. So line the square touches the base and the height. So that means this dotted line, which is how big? And this dotted line, which is.
What is this?
I swear.
The square touches the base and the height.
I mean, I know it's a triangle.
Triangle prism. It's just not a right triangle prism. All the other ones have been right triangles. Which one? Pyramid. It's a prism. It's divided by 2.
What's the formula for?
1/2 base times height times the height of the prism. And then the height of the prism is the distance between the 2 triangles.
Maybe I should start checking. Maybe that's a good idea.
If I could just write, I'm a god. To voice on it.
I wonder why they would.
Yeah, I'm getting the right.
I know. Try that. You got 3 grades.
Now you can sneeze twice.
Hold on. How is this 12? It's a or a rectangle.
Make it
It's a
tight.
square.
Make
Yeah,
it
it's a
tight.
square. That's not equal.
It's not, it's a rectangular. Prism. Square prism. Because they said it was 12.
It's a cube.
Well, it looks like it. I'm saying you can't go by, you gotta go by what's labeled on the diagram itself. I agree, they probably should have made that a little bit longer, but they didn't.
I was putting PT.
What is that? So, well, the answer to your question really doesn't matter.
I'll give that resource.
But it doesn't.
Why are you laughing?
If you think about
See, it has, what is this square? What is it? What is this? Rectangle. What is this? Square. What's the front of it? Square. Oh, is this right here? Nice. No, I'm talking about this. That's a rectangle. That's a rectangle. That's a rectangle. That's a rectangle. Right here, this right here.
So what's the overall shape? It's got rectangles aside, so it is a triangular prism. Genevieve? All right. So my whole process was back and forth. I gotta cover some things up. I'm just looking at the triangle. That was a triangle square. Square touches the base and then the height.
Yo, I can't wait for this. I think it's today or next. One of the two. This week.
Yeah, but does this side touch the center? Okay.
Hold on, Seth. By the way, I can help you on this when we get to testing. No, might get F, might get A.
It's not that 8 is a.
Bro, I can't do it.
It doesn't touch the screen.
If I fail this, what's the
I need to go.
He's probably going to smack you right across the face. How do you fail this test? Square.
There's a number there. There's a rectangle. Not that 8.
What is it?
So the number is 6.6.
So I did do it. She's had my friend. I
And
went
it's
to
a
car.
triangle prism.
That is so much cheese. That is a formula. I think it's Cheetos that makes.
Genevieve, that's the one shape that causes everybody's problems.
What?
Triangular prism, don't cause everyone problems.
They don't cause me.
Fire square. Divided by 3.
No, we're done.
What's the radius?
See if I get this one.
Square.
You're on 11, I'm only on 6.
Yeah, you're messing around with the
I believe this is a big one. Radius.
You already know what's going on.
So 5 times.
All right.
Times
What?
Ah, bro.
What is that?
No, no.
You want to do push-ups?
Nah, we're not gonna talk about that.
What's scary about that?
That guy scared the crap out of me.
It's just a sound.
I know that's scary. I didn't expect it.
How does that scare
Dude,
you?
my alarm scares me every morning too.
That got me. Wait,
What?
I've never heard that sound with my iPhone. I've never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of iPhone do you have?
I don't know. What do I like you?
Can I see?
I see.
I'll check your phone.
Oh my god. Dude.
Was that scary? I'm gonna make you scary.
What's the show?
I can scare you with noise.
So it's 1/2 base times height times base of the triangle times
Dave.
height of the.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So let's just look at the triangle. See the square?
I know
Just
that.
that thing. The square touches the base and.
I had
Not
to
John Paul, I
tell
told you.
Okay, so this base height.
It's super from here because she heard it.
And then the distance between the two triangles. There you go. That's everything. Hey, stop messing around. You sure you got everything right?
I hear a phone. I think it's Kai.
My phone's in my locker.
My watch is in my locker.
Especially Miss Meager.
Please. Is this best friend?
God, Marty.
I don't know how to turn this desk off. This desk won't turn off.
Gabby, you go.
See, keep, I don't know what to do.
What?
My desk won't turn off. Oh, yeah. I'm back.
It's gonna go off. It's gonna keep going off.
I turned it on for 2 years.
Yeah, he goes.
I think he did. I think he's the one who's.
She tells me this every lunch because I eat lunch with her every day. She said yesterday, she goes, I got 18 phones.
She could have sold all of those for like billions of dollars.
Don't give her any ideas.
Jackson,
Especially Jackson's
Poor Jackson. Why does that keep popping up
Same
on?
thing, just different.
I stop. I like stop every single.
No, you can't stop till you're done.
But this is.
Can I stop this open heart surgery? I've done everything right so far.
That's not the point. It's just.
Wait. Oh my god, I found a math mistake.
It's hard.
Found a math mistake.
For me, I've all done right the square. The square touches the base and like, see this? The square touches the base. See what's right. Now, 7.
All our.
Oh, yeah, it's gotta be 8. Because the bottom is 8 and the top is 8. And then what about this side?
Yo, my math.
There you go. So it's 6, 8, and how far is it between the two? It's easy to see right here. It's
I'm
8,
not
right? How far is it from this side?
That's what we should start doing. What the computer?
Yeah, moving to the front, and you're already doing like 1,000. Axis. In the back, I usually just don't have the, it's too big of a class to walk around.
By the way, I'm not going to know.
Give me back.
What?
Didn't say you could have it.
After class? But it tracks my heart rate, and if I lose heart rate, it won't call 911. It might call 911 if I don't have a heart rate. My thumb hurts.
And don't use it.
I can't actually.
It's your other hand. Why not? Try it.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
See, it works. It's not pretty, but it works.
What if it has to be pretty? I could just see like everyone's phone.
Jaden, Tristan, go back to seat.
She probably just starts freaking out.
Jackson. Is it really you that's the problem?
Yes.
No, no.
Yes. It's his phone. Take it away.
No, his phone is in his locker. Go check him there.
It's a Fitbit. It's a Fitbit.
It looks like I feel like Chris Dickens.
I can't text feelings on it. It just shows up.
He doesn't know how to use it. All right, a whole bunch of people are like hugging each other and
I just hugged her.
talking. And
God, it's pretty. Yeah, you should split them up. Yeah, I think they're awesome. Yeah, I
I have a new one.
Have you got the PS5 game?
no, price has gone up now.
Really? Yeah.
It was, I thought it was gonna break down to the 600s, and now it's back up to almost 800. Not doing what it's supposed to.
Honestly, these five will be able to get into like
You're probably right.
probably do me a favor, and when you get it, bring it to us, so I just play
Mass Effect? Well, I will be playing probably Mass Effect on the PlayStation 4 because when they have it's going to get released on PlayStation 4, but the new Mass Effect, yeah, I'll play on PlayStation 4.
Yeah, the new Mass Effect.
There's no new Mass Effect.
Yeah, the one that came out.
They're re-releasing it. Yeah, I'll play that too.
Dude, can you stop saying that for once? What's up, Reed? Dog water? Let's run for you. It's no water that dog's drinking. Just want my walk. But honestly, I could use that and have it to any phone. Just connect it to the Wi-Fi and then get their IP address and then use that IP address. Can I stop? I'm on like 20.
No, still have 4 minutes left. You can get at least 2 more done. All right, Donovan, you've been pretty quiet. Any questions?
No.
Amber, any questions?
No, I'm good.
Cool. We're gonna stop the video right here. If you have any questions, send me a chat or an email.
Okay, bye.
See ya.